Hiya, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. This video is going to be all about, if you like, anxiety and what actually causes it. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I actually suffer from OCD, and unfortunately, anxiety and depression seem to come hand in hand with this condition. I'm just going to talk about anxiety and obviously what anxiety is, because I've done a lot of research on this and obviously where I've had to deal with it and I've been worrying about it. So yeah, that's what this video is about. Um, you need to understand that anxiety really it's well, for me anyway, it's just a feeling. It's for me it's always been a feeling of, if you like, being uneasy, a feeling of feeling nervous, a feeling of being just unsure of yourself. Yeah, and for me, obviously I can only talk about me because obviously I only know about me, but for me it's always seemed to have been like a nervousness in my body, a worry, a fear, and basically this is what anxiety is. The good news is, according to a lot of other people that I've watched all about anxiety, it can't actually hurt you. Anxiety in itself cannot actually cause you direct harm. It's just your body's um, chemical release that's actually making you feel this way. And you need to realise that the reason we're feeling this way, it all stems back to literally millions of years ago when we were walking the earth, if you like, as like prehistoric man almost, like literally millions of years ago when like obviously evolution and the man was walking the earth. Yeah, obviously they had anxiety, because obviously this is like an inbuilt thing. It's your body's way of coping with a situation. So obviously years ago, a real situation was obviously being worried about being attacked by other people, other creatures, worrying about food, and the anxiety that these people went through. It was, if you like, I don't want to say real anxiety because obviously we feel real anxiety, but if you like, their fear was immediate. Their fear was immediate, and anxiety for them was good because without this fear and this awareness of your surroundings, these people would have died. People would have, things would have attacked them, and they wouldn't have been ready for it. The running away or the fighting back, that wouldn't have been in their mind to have done that action. The trouble is with people now, if you like, in modern day times, is that for most people, those fears that existed years ago wasn't sorry aren't there. So we think of other things that cause us worry and concern, and these worries and concern are not necessarily about you but basically getting harmed. They could be about you. It could be that you're worrying about how someone's thinking about you. It could be that you're worrying about someone's opinion of you. It could be that you're worrying about what someone thinks of you, your appearance. All these different things, they cause us um, basically anxiety, and all it is, it's your body. It's your body is sending out hormones to actually try and protect yourself from these fears, right? But unfortunately, because if we was running away from a wild animal, then obviously immediately you escape from that animal, and you obviously find yourself in a position of safety. If that was if that was what was causing your anxiety would go. But unfortunately, if you're like me, you've got anxieties that are being caused by all different things. Yeah, and for me, I can, if I just list some of my anxieties right now, I worry about my family. I worry about money. I worry about my children. I worry about my health. I'm worrying now about my OCD. I'm worrying about my depression and how am I going to get better in the new year. Yeah, all these things are basically causing my body to release hormones which are preparing my body to deal with these unfortunate events should they occur. The trouble is, they very rarely do. But because your level of chemicals in your body is at a level where your mind is overactive, your mind is chasing, you're finding it hard to actually deal with this thing. I was watching a program last night about a poor lady. She was overweight. It was a program on TV, and she had loads of problems. A lot to do with her weight. Obviously, she had diabetes and different things, and she was worried that when she goes out, she was thinking about what people were thinking about her. And she was a lovely lady, but obviously this was a concern for her, and then she's obviously not going out as much. So then obviously she's not facing a fear. So then when she does go out, she can't cope with it. But fortunately, the lady in this video, she had got help and counselling, and now this lady was actually taking this lady out and sitting in areas where there were people, and she was obviously getting anxious, but by exposing herself, she was realising that she had nothing really to worry about. But I hope I've covered a bit about what anxiety is. Anxiety is it's something that's not nice. I'm going through it as I'm making this video. Anxiety for me, it's an everyday occurrence. I went to the doctor's the other day, and he's prescribed me pregabalin, which was ironic because the lady that was on telly last night had been prescribed the same medicine, and it was basically for anxiety. Because you need to realise, you probably already do, and I apologise if you are if you already know this, but anxiety is a circle. It's a vicious circle. You worry about something, it causes you to think, basically have anxiety, and then you start ruminating about it. That creates more chemicals in your body, which then makes you think about it more, and then you ruminate more, and it is a vicious circle. And like I've said in my other videos, if you've watched any of my other videos, sometimes I wish I could pick myself up and um, put myself in a situation where basically I had to, if you like, fend for myself and my family and live off the land almost. You know what I mean? Because I think if that was the world we were living in, if we had to get up in the daytime and we didn't have all these bills, we didn't have all these worries, these different concerns, but we just led a simple life, I honestly, well, I know for a fact I'd feel better. It's just, it's just the, if you like, the pressures of life. Sometimes it becomes too great. And I think that's why you've got to, if you have got anxiety at a high level, like I have now, almost where it's, my wife the other day said, you've got to go, you've got to see a doctor. Then you need to break this cycle. You need to break this cycle, and the way I break it is, or the way I'm trying to break it is doing what I've just been and done again. Been and got some medication for anxiety. Before I was on Busbarone, but I was feeling better, and like an idiot, I stopped taking it. Do you know what I mean? That's the other thing. If you're on medication, don't stop taking it. Do you know what I mean? It's the worst thing. I think it's the worst thing you can do, because these medications that you get, they don't. You can't take a pill today and feel better tomorrow. They don't work like that. These what are they, selective serotonin retake inhibitors? These things that basically help your brain to function better. You can't take a pill today and feel better tomorrow. It ain't like caffeine where you have a cup of coffee and you feel wide awake. It ain't like that. So I urge you. If you have got anxiety, and hopefully after watching this video, you'll know whether you have got anxiety or not. You'll recognise that the feeling nervous, the panicking, the feeling hot, the sweating, someone else spoke about. I watched a video a while ago about blurred vision. I've never had that. I've never actually had blurred vision. But there's different. You should know whether you've got anxiety or not. You know what I mean? If for me, if a person said to me, how would you describe anxiety? It would be one word, and that would be uneasy. If you feel uneasy about your person, if when you're out, you just don't feel, you're worrying about something and it's making you feel it up, basically feel it up. That is anxiety. And for me, um, I've always, if you like, resorted to medication. It's always helped me. But there's obviously other things you can do, but I'm going to go into that in another video. There's lots of things you can do to help with your anxiety, and I suggest you search on YouTube and go and see a doctor if you think you've got it, because it might be worth you, even if you only get a bit of medication just to take the edge off of how you're feeling. It's definitely helped for me. I mean, I started taking this pregabalin not last night, the night before. I can't say I feel loads better, but I don't know whether it's the placebo effect, the fact that I'm thinking that I'm taking this medicine now, that that might be making me feel a bit better. No one knows, even that placebo effect, whether or not the thought of taking a tablet is making you better. I don't believe it is that. I believe there's something in it. There's something in these tablets that help you um, to cope, Yeah, you've got to remember that. I watched a video about a month ago when I was researching about anxiety, and this guy that done this video, he was saying that um, you've only got to look around you now, look at your children, look at your children, and look what they're doing with their lives. Look what devices they're using. Look at how complicated a child's life is now. You know what I mean? Like I've got a son and a daughter. My son, he sits there, he's on Snapchat, he's on Instagram, and he's on bloody Facebook. And it's years ago, you used to get up, you used to go and see one mate, and like you'd go and have a game of football, or you'd go and have a game of table tennis. But now they seem to spend more time arranging what they're going to do now than what they actually do. And to me, it's sad. It's really sad. Sometimes he says to me, like, he was saying to me the other day, he's got about 4,000 people following him on Instagram. And like, he's just uploading pictures. He just takes a picture and he's not doing what I'm doing, trying to, if you like, provide, some degree of content, about something. They're just clicking and uploading. And I said to him, who are all these people following you? And they're just strangers. They're just probably young girls that like him because he is a good-looking kid, and like they're liking his picture and he's liking theirs. And I said to him, well, who are all these people? And he said, well, they're just people, Dad. I said, well, do you ever see any of them? And he said, well, no. They're like, I said, well, what's the point? What's the point? To me, I want him. Like he's got a beautiful girlfriend now. I said to him, sitting there Snapchatting and all that crap. I said, go out with your girlfriend. Go swimming. He's got a gym membership. I said, go to the gym. I mean? All this is to me, it's just crap. I mean, I've done a video recently all about why we taking selfies. I just don't know why they're doing it. What I'm doing. I had someone recently say to me, "Oh, what are you doing that for?" But to me, I think like, I do know quite a lot about different things. Whether or not I'm an expert or not, you ain't got to be an expert to go on YouTube. It's just your opinion. And but at least when I'm talking like now, I'm talking to the camera. I'm trying to hopefully help someone, generally help someone. because I know how distressing it is if you've got OCD. But I just think it's sad. This video that I watched, this guy, he was saying that so many people now, they're filling their heads full of these, they're using these devices, and they're watching things that are upsetting. They're watching things on, things come on Facebook about someone done something, and then they're reading about it, and it's an upsetting story. And I said to me, boy, what, don't, why are you watching all this crap? Because to me, it's all poison in your mind. Now, my dad was, um, I wouldn't say he wasn't. He was, he knew how to do mathematics. He knew English and that. But I don't think he left in that day and age. He didn't leave school with any great qualifications or anything like that. But he was quite a clever man, and he was a lovely man and a good dad, and he cared for me and my two brothers and my mum. But I remember my dad saying to me, because I suffered a bit with depression even when I was young, and he used to say to me, "Get up, go out and do something." And one thing that I always remember with my dad was that he used to say to me, "If you want to feel good, make somebody else feel good." Now, it sounds, that's an obvious statement, but I tell you what, if you do that, it does. A little story springs to mind years ago when I was working over a caravan site, and I was trying to sell these caravans, and I know how to do balloon modelling. I taught myself how to do balloon modelling, and I'm pretty good at it. I can make teddy bears, I can do poodles, swords. I know how to do it. I can entertain kids, and one day I was over there and I took my balloons over there. It was like one of these nights and that where the owners who own caravans get to have a free night, if you like. And I said to my manager, "Should I bring my balloons over there?" He said, "Yeah, bring them over there." And I sat there. I sat there from about 7 o'clock to about 1 o'clock in the morning making balloons, and I wasn't getting paid for it. In fact, it was my own time. But I did it, and do you know what? I had so much fun. And I think that's the problem now. You've got to find ways to have fun and bring joy into your life, and bring joy into someone else's life. I know I don't always do it, especially sometimes when I'm feeling a bit how I'm feeling now. But sometimes when I go out and I'm, if you like, thrown into a situation, I'll always try and I'll always try and bring joy to everyone that's around me, especially children. You know what I mean? I think these people that work with children, who have these children around them, little young kids and that, I think they're so lucky, because I honestly believe that children are a tonic, and I think the more time you can spend with young children, I think the happier you will be. And that goes for animals as well. I'm actually sitting here now. Kenko, come here. I'm actually sitting here now with this dog, and his name's Kenko. And straight away, I've just looked in the tab and seen my face. He makes me happy. Yeah, he makes me, don't you? He makes me happy. I've just taken him down the beach. He's come back. He's had a little treat. He's had his bowl of water. He went and got his bowl. And I'm telling you, anxiety. If you've got a dog, yeah, you will feel, they make you happy. Do you know what I mean? I know people in my family watch this, they think I'm stupid. But I don't care, because they don't know what I know about animals. They don't know how he makes me feel. Yeah? How I know he is, while I've got him today, he is totally dependent on me. And he loves me for it. And I love him back. But can you see that this is what we need in our life? We don't need appliances. We don't need all this Facebook and all this Instagram crap. What we need is love. We need love. We need We need things that are going to bring us hope, yeah, and enjoyment, yeah. Him just sitting here with me now, he he's making me feel good. He'll go home later on, and he's got his owner will come and get him. I think he's going to get him about 6 tonight. But straight away, having animals around you, it ain't going to cure your anxiety, but it's going to release. I think it's endorphins or something in your brain that makes you feel good. Get down. Yeah, it's been proven. It's been proven that people who have been around animals, they recover quickly from illnesses because they give you that great feeling. They give you that feeling of love. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think you need to give love. You need to feel love, joy, happiness. Um, you need to find it wherever you can because all these things they're a combat to your anxiety and they're a combat to you ruminating about your anxiety. And this is what I do. I do it on a daily basis. I'm not cured. I don't actually think I'll ever be cured if I'm honest about it. But I am going to try and beat it. And having having beautiful things around you, things that are joyful, a loving partner, loving children, a beautiful home, and a good environment are all going to make you feel better. Yeah, I'm making this near Christmas, so I'm going to wish you an happy Christmas. And I do hope if you can, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. I'll generally will be uploading more videos about my OCD and obviously how I try and cope. And I appreciate your viewing. But yeah, please subscribe. And I hope to see you on another one of my videos. Don't eat or drink too much over Christmas because that is no good for anxiety, especially if you're on medication as well. Yeah, and don't think I'm a party pooper because I'm not. I love. No one likes a beer more than me, but you need to, moderation. It's gonna make you feel better. Thanks a lot, and I do hope to see you on another one of my videos. Thank you so much, and have a very happy Christmas and a great new year. Thank you.